Hi, everybody, and welcome back to video number 2 on the syllabus. And when we left off, we were looking at the regular and extra credit points. And here we have a total of 1,460 regular points. And that's the number from which we will calculate the percentage for your grades. And we have 4 exams at 200 points each for 800 points. We have exercise homework. We have 11 chapters of those at 20 points each. We have problem homework, 11 chapters at 30 points each. We have some IFRS exercises. We have 9 chapters of those at 10 points each. And finally, we have an icebreaker discussion, real easy and kind of fun to get to know everybody, and a quick syllabus quiz that makes sure you've got the fundamentals down from watching this. But the total regular points is one question on that syllabus quiz, and it's 1,460. Okay, extra credit. I have a bunch of extra credit things for you, and that really helps your grade. Um, Adaptive learning, really useful. And those that have had me before know that the value of that. I think there are 10 points per chapter, so 110 extra credit points are available. Again, they're in Wiley Plus, and they take about 30 to 40 minutes to complete. I highly recommend you to do that. A lot of accounting is just doing reiterations of the subject matter till you have it down cold. Um, Rarely do I accept late adaptive learning assignments. And then most of you, if not all of you, are at least thinking about or planning to be CPAs. And there are 11 chapters that include 15 CPA practice problems each, and they're worth zero point 0.5 points per problem. So it's a good chance to practice a little bit before the CPA exam and get some extra credit again as you're doing it. They take about 35 minutes or so to complete per chapter. Um, and away we go. So remember, though, that I highly encourage you to complete all those extra credit assignments because your total points, not the percentages in Canvas, those are typically not correct because they think these extra credit assignments are regular assignments. So the points get diluted a little bit that way. But these are truly extra credit and they add to your total scores. You can see here the point allocations, all based on 1,460 regular points. So it is possible to earn more than 100% on your in this course. Okay, so we're going to be covering chapters 13 to 23, and they're they're going to be outlined on page 14 and 15 of the syllabus, which we'll get to here in just a second. It's pretty rare that we have assignment changes. So, but we did have a fire a couple, 3 years ago when I had to reorient the screen a little bit to um, uh, change some of those due dates. And so be sure to read your announcements regularly, and I think you'll find that. Here's the specifics of the chapters we're going to be covering. We have I won't go through them. I'll let you read those on your own, but that's what we'll be going through. Um, so students who travel or otherwise away from class at any point, you can work ahead on this. You can do all the assignments if you want today. Unlikely you have the time to do that, but nevertheless, you can work ahead except for exams. So, and I give you plenty of latitude to take those exams. So hopefully that'll work well for you. And here are some of the specifics. I think you'll find them to be pretty liberal. Um, Here, we got exercises and problems. And first of all, here's our adaptive learning. That's a little different. It's based on your progress, and you earn points based on that. But the homework exercises policies, here you get 5 attempts per question. That's particularly liberal given the fact that some of those are multiple choice questions. But the best attempt will be recorded in gradebook. So my intention here is to provide you every opportunity to um, succeed in this course and understand the subject matter. Okay, I'll let you read the rest of those on your own. Homework, the policies are the same. Um, Problems, however, they're the same as the exercise homework, but you have unlimited attempts on problems. Some of them are pretty hard, but I think that gives you a chance to get 100% on all of that if you're persevere enough. Exam policies are pretty straightforward. You only get one attempt per question, and it is timed, so away you go. One thing I will stress, don't hit the submit button since the homework scores then would be automatically recorded. Um, Let me try that again. Theoretically, it's not necessary to press the submit button because on the due date, whatever you've done will be automatically recorded from Wiley to Canvas. However, you may want to hit the submit button to confirm that you've received full points and credit for that homework before proceeding. All right. For the final exam, especially the very last one, there'll be no makeup opportunity to take the exam later than what is scheduled. All right. I think there's some guided examples, there's narrations, there's animations, step through, walkthroughs, all sorts of helpful things in Wiley Plus that helps you understand the subject matter. So your ability to understand and solve accounting, business related problems are going to be what will determine your success on the homework and exams. So um, every now and then, be prepared to show that you are who you are, and we'll show that to the camera before the exam if asked. Study groups I talked about, special needs. If you are in need of a reasonable accommodation for a disability, don't hesitate to request that through the DSPS office. And there's directions in the here and in the modules as to how to proceed with that. I have a little PTSD myself from my military service, so I'm very there's no um, issue at all with me if you're trying to claim that. So a statement of diversity, I think that's pretty clear. Other policies, here's some useful dates that you may find useful. Of course, we're starting on the 17th. We'll end on the 5th, and away we go. Okay, syllabus recap. I think it's a good idea to um, keep a copy, especially of the course assignments by due date, which I'm going to show you in a second. I have mine here, if you see it, um, and we'll we'll take a look at that here in a second. But one last point, I do reserve the right to increase, not decrease, but increase a student's final grade based on my assessment that the total points are not representative of the total learning that student has achieved. Okay. All right. I think that goes. So course assignments by due date. Here they all are. And everything is here in a nice summarized manner. You just saw that I keep a copy of it for me. And this is when everything is due. These due dates are also mirrored uh, in the Canvas modules, which I'm going to show you in the next video. But here are all the assignments and when they're due, even some of the uh, holidays, etc. And we go through all of these. There's 3 exams. You can see them there. We have a Thanksgiving break and a Veterans Day break and a Labor Day break. And those, other than that, everything else is shown here. And we finish up on the 5th. Okay. And here again is a summary of all those points. Here's the 1,460 regular points and a whole bunch of possible optional extra credit points that you can enjoy. All right. So again, if you were to get 100% of everything, you'd have 1,672.5 points divided by 1,460 points. You'd have over 100% in this course, which of course would be an A. All right. And lastly, here's a little bit about me. I think you'll find I've done just about everything I'm teaching you in spades. I graduated from USC. I have both a marketing and accounting degrees. I also have an MBA with a finance emphasis, also from USC. I have been a chief financial officer. I have been responsible for finance, accounting, HR, treasury, payroll, MIS, etc. I'll let you read this on your own. I've done some pretty major projects here. Biggest one, I think, was the 1.2 billion all new automotive assembly plant that we did in Normal, Illinois. I'm also a former naval officer, and I've been married for over 45 years. I live in Irvine with my wife, and I have 2 grown daughters. And I have a dog named Millie. In any event, I'm a strong believer in having a little fun. So I very much look forward to meeting everybody and sharing our semester together. All right. In the next video, we'll take a look at the actual course itself, and I'll walk you through a little summary of that to get you started. All right. Again, I welcome any questions on the phone. Please give me a call. And if you have any emergency questions, or an email, whatever works for you. Okay. Until that time, bye for now.